that experience that you described with Tiger Woods, I've had an experience like that. So I was a competitive swimmer growing up. Okay. I was a lifeguard. I taught swim lessons. And I was also on the swim team, swimming competitively. And me and my brother, along with one other black family that had a brother and a sister, we were the only four black people in this club. Everyone else was racialized as white. We didn't have anyone else. It was all white people and then the four of us. And only three of us were on the swim team. And there was one particular race that I recall growing up. I believe I was 16, 17 years old. And I was swimming the 100 butterfly race. And it was an important race because the person who normally swam that race was absent. And he was like points for the team, that were usually in the bank. And I was like a wild card, right? I was swimming this race kind of standing in for him. And let me tell you something, man. This was such a close, nail-biting race. And it was just two of us, me and another guy on the opposite team. And we are fighting back and forth. We're neck and neck coming to the wall. And I saw and I measured the distance and I took a half stroke when he just kind of glided into the wall. And because of that half stroke, I hit the wall first. And let me tell you, I've never heard cheers like that. I have never heard people cheer so just enthusiastically for me for doing anything. I had achieved so much by that time. I was a musician who had gigged all over the place. I was a star math student, had won essay contests. I've done many things. I had never gotten cheers like that. People were slapping me on the back when I got out of the pool. You would have thought I was a hero. And I'll tell you that my feelings in that moment were feelings of incredible discomfort. That was my feelings. I could not feel joy in that moment because I felt like a horse. I felt like a prized horse. I don't think that these were people I know, I spend time around. They never approached me with this kind of joy or this kind of anything like that. So I was, it was great for them that they felt happy about that. But for me, who was experiencing it, I was having a radically different experience. And so it's just important for you to understand that looking at it from the outside, you're not going to really be able to understand what people are actually experiencing.
I don't understand why you felt as you did.
Because
why did you internalize it that way?
Celebrated by a group of white people like that for any other achievement but this physical race. Like, it's something about us doing sports and having physical accomplishments that white people can get on board with that.
So you internalized it about you.
Well, it was about me. Okay?
No, that's not what I mean. In 1950, you wouldn't have been in the pool. The white people wouldn't have shown up to watch you.
Well, they were there to watch their kids,
It wasn't about Tiger Woods. It was about the change in the spirit and the minds and hearts of the people who unconsciously, viscerally enjoy that man's success and his excellence, regardless of his skin color. And that visceral feeling says that at that moment, racism didn't exist.
And that's beautiful. That's wonderful.
And it was beautiful for you, but you couldn't know it, which is sad because
it wasn't beautiful for me, brother. I was there. Okay. So I am telling you, it wasn't beautiful for me. It's not that I didn't know it. I was there experiencing it. I am telling you the story. So it wasn't beautiful for me. And also, I think you're doing a lot of guesswork about that. We know for sure that people can hold racist ideas and have that same joy at the same time. It is
so
not,
can it, but so can
impossible.
Everybody. It can work. It can work backwards. It can work sideways. We're humans have a bit of that in them. I think as part of their human DNA. I don't know why, but they do. And that's why humans can be the best and they can be the worst.
You and I don't,
And
brother.
there's,
We have our values that were cemented in us that stop us
well,
from.
it's not like either of us was a saint all our life either, and we don't have something we'd rather not talk about, and something that we did that we're have a bit of reticence or remorse
But we
about.
recognize other people's humanity, brother. We recognize other people's humanities, and we
And
always have,
and
according to the show.
I think America in general today does that,
And my
and has.
experience tells me otherwise, brother. I have to listen to the life that I actually lived. I can't just believe in a hopeful
Well,
story. I have to listen to what I
our other
lived.
guests. Let's ask the other guests there, in their opinion, how do they feel and see about that? The difference you and I are now expressing. I'm thinking America has moved into a much better place that way. And you're saying it doesn't matter because of what you have experienced, and are even experiencing today. I, I don't. What does that mean to me? Does that mean, as you said earlier, black people are? It's not a monolith.
That's right.
Um, so everybody doesn't feel what you're saying.
Which, of course not. Yeah. I'm not claiming that they do. All I can do is tell you what I've experienced and what I've gleaned from that experience, okay? Like really that's it. You know,
Well,
whatever you take from that is up to you. I'm not
and
asking
my
you to take anything from
and
it.
my experience, you can take for what you wish,
I do, yeah.
and that's through. I'm 81, so I've been working for a good 60 years. Well, minus retirement, but let's say 50 years. Thousands of people. Um, I I don't see. I have not seen the expression from those people regarding any race uh, that I saw when I was young.
Yeah, and I think you're right about that, right?
That's changed and kind of purged itself out if a black person is hired and finds themselves as part of some role and team in the business operations that I was in. I believe they were accepted, and today would be accepted. And as long as they had value and contributed to the perception of those fellow workers, there'd be no difference. If a white person is in there and doesn't contribute and can't contribute, he's purged out. Any person is. So people come and they go, and there's always a competition in that, and there are other business factors in that.
There's other
But
social
race,
factors too.
race, I don't believe is one of them.
Okay. I mean, I've been told directly from people who are deciding that it is. So, I mean, I have to believe them since they're the ones
Okay.
literally making the decision.
We'll each have our view of it, I
Well,
guess.
it's
I
not a
don't know what
view,
else to
right?
say.
It's not even my view. These are things that people who are deciding have told me. I didn't decide. It's not my view. They are the ones who told me. So I'm just reporting to you what they told me. You can believe it or not
I'm
believe it.
reporting to you that people of different populations, other than, I don't like using racialized white. It's too long. Let me
Okay,
just
yeah,
say
no problem.
white.
Whatever you want.
Just say white. Uh, Other people other than white have been hired, have performed, have been fired, have been the same things that I've seen other people experience. I've seen all people experience. Proportionately, no, there's a lot more white people, and we're coming from a history. This is over time.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's a reasonable perspective.
yeah.
I have nothing to say against that or whatsoever. I agree with everything you just
Okay.
said. So, thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.